Hello, it's Emma here from 2020 Innovation, and I'm here to talk about budget predictions. Now, I must admit, I never really liked talking about budget predictions because I'd much rather talk about things with certainty. But hey, if everyone else is doing it, why can't we? And I have been told that having a budget predictions blog or vlog in this case will help market a firm. It will help your firm to maximize the potential for search engine optimization. So with that in mind, I've decided to step in and record this video. And I'm going to take a persona-based approach. A persona is a generic client profile, a pretend person, if you will. And we use personas in our budget products. That would be our tax rates guide and our budget newsletter. And you can buy either of those or both of those and send them to your clients with your own firm's branding. And the personas on the front page will help your clients more easily identify the budget measures that affect them the most. So, personas, I'm going to start with our first one, who is Tracy, because we give them names in our budget webinar. I'll talk about that in a moment. But Tracy is a self-employed individual, and she's been hoping that the income tax bands and the personal allowance will be increased. Well, she'll be disappointed, I think. I don't think that is going to happen. Whilst Labour have stated that they will not increase income tax, NIC or VAT for that matter. We must remember that they have a £22 billion public services budget deficit to fund. So I don't think there'll be any giveaways in the budget. So they won't increase income tax or NIC, but we need to be aware of something called fiscal drag, which is as we have inflation, if bands and thresholds are frozen, then in real terms, that is a tax increase. I've seen that referred to as stealth tax in the media. Now, Tracy is also concerned that she might lose some of the tax relief that she currently gets in relation to her personal pension contributions, because it is a strong rumour out there that pension tax reform is on the cards. And she's also interested in finding out whether Labour will take forward Jeremy Hunt's proposal from the spring budget to eventually, after consultation, assess liability to the high income child benefit charge on household income rather than just the higher earners' income. So let's move on to our next persona. His name is Alan, and he is a property landlord. And he's already quite annoyed that from April 2025, he will be losing tax reliefs on his furnished holiday lets. And he's quite nervous about the budget. He thinks it will be particularly painful for him. Indeed, Keir Starmer has used that adjective, painful, already. So quite a few people are fearing the worst. Alan is concerned that the Chancellor will announce raises to CGT, capital gains tax. And one budget prediction I've seen on the World Wide Web is that capital gains tax rates will be increased and aligned with those for income tax. So that could be as high as 45%. Alan knows that the thresholds for stamp duty land tax will revert to their previous levels from April 2025, and he's concerned that further raises in stamp duty land tax will reduce his own buying power and also make the market of available buyers smaller should he wish to sell his properties. We also have Ed, our third persona, and Ed is a person with investment income and pension income. And based on what he's read, he thinks he might be hit with a triple whammy of tax hikes. In addition to the potential capital gains tax increases, pensions tax reform could involve a drop in the annual allowance, the reintroduction of the lifetime allowance, or it could possibly mean taxing the hitherto tax-free 25% lump sum. Alan is also concerned about inheritance tax, with rumours that Labour could raise the rate or remove reliefs or tax inherited pension pots. He's also read that capital gains tax could be raised by removing the ability to include a property at its probate value in the CGT computation. He's also read in Saga magazine that Anne Robinson, who used to present The Weakest Link, has been giving away all her assets before she dies so that Labour don't get any inheritance tax when she does. And he's considering that, but he's not one to take tax advice from Anne Robinson, so he will get appropriate professional advice before he does anything there. Our fourth persona is Matt. Now, Matt is a company shareholder director. Now, he may or may not be interested in the potential measures I've just talked about, but he is definitely concerned about corporation tax being increased. Now, Rachel Reeves has said that the main 25% rate will not be increased, but it's what she hasn't mentioned that is causing some concern. The 19% small companies rate, and of course, marginal relief. She hasn't mentioned those. They could be increased, or the small companies rate could be gone altogether. Now I'm going to make up my own persona. Let's say Taylor. She's a US domiciled lady, resident here in the UK, and let's say she's a singer-songwriter. She's already very upset from April 2025, she won't be able to use the remittance basis. In fact, she's so upset, she has written a song about it. From April 2025, the remittance basis will be replaced by the new foreign income and gains, or FIG regime. That has been confirmed, but we know that on budget day, the government will announce how the new temporary repatriation facility, how the new overseas workday relief will look, how they will be designed, as well as announcing the new capital gains tax rebasing date for former remittance basis users. So hopefully Sharon will let me include Taylor, our new persona, in our budget webinar, which is going live on the 31st of October at 10 a.m. So this is the day after the budget. And in the webinar, we will be giving you the detail of the measures that are most relevant to you and your clients. Sharon, I and the tech team at 2020 hope to see you there in our webinar. It's called Autumn Budget 2024, Trick or Treat, because it's on Halloween. And whilst I don't think we should expect many treats, we just need to hope that any scary surprises, any tricks won't be too frightening. So hopefully see you there. Bye-bye.